I'm Maxie Dunnam, and the love of Jesus in me greets the love of Jesus in you and brings us together in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm a Methodist Wesleyan by choice. I was converted under the powerful preaching, of a fifth grade educated Baptist preacher in rural Mississippi. Some would say it was accidental, but I would say it was providential. I became involved with the young people at the Methodist church in the little town that we lived nearby. And I was nurtured in my call to preach and mentored by one of the outstanding Methodist preachers in Mississippi, David McKithen. I received my local preacher's license. That's what we called it, a local preacher's license. I received my local preacher's license when I was 17 years old. That means I've been one of Wesley's preachers for a little over 70 years. And I could not have been more blessed and had a richer life. I've been in ministry in 4 different annual conferences. And I've been the pastor of 9 Methodist congregations. 3 of those 9 churches I was the organizing minister of. Now, for a preacher to have the opportunity of planting a church is really exciting. But to have the opportunity of planting 3, that's just beyond reason. One of those churches is Trinity Church in Gulfport, Mississippi. You may think that I'm bragging when I talk about that, planting 3 churches, but really it's a kind of confession, because I'm constantly asking myself, what kind of churches did I plant? I asked myself that question because I'm so excited about the new denomination that is being planted, the Global Methodist Church. I'm excited to be a part of that, and I'm really, really anxious for you to be a part of that, because I believe that our prayers are going to be answered, that revival is coming. We witnessed a spark of that, maybe a fire of that, with the revival at Asbury University a few weeks ago. And I believe that revival is going to continue. And I'm praying that it will be a part of this new denomination, the Global Methodist Church. And I believe that church is going to be, first of all, holy. That was the core of Wesley's teaching, holiness of heart and life. Committing ourselves to the work of being sanctified, that is, set apart for the work of Christ. We need to preach that, what Wesley called ultimate, or being saved to the uttermost. Not only holy, charismatic. Now, we've tended to even shy away from that, but let's not shy away from it, because the church came to birth through the Holy Spirit, and the church was empowered by the Holy Spirit. Read that story in the book of Acts again, and commit yourself with me to make this new denomination charismatic, responding to all the gifts that the Holy Spirit has for us, but more than anything else, living in the power of the Holy Spirit. Holy, charismatic, and apostolic. The New Testament church was apostolic, or it wouldn't have gotten out of the bounds of a little community. But when the word of Christ was received, people were anxious to share it. And that's the way it was when the revival that had begun in England with Wesley came to the United States. Our people here were not happy to be settled in New England. They began to take this gospel to all parts of this nation. And it became one of the great religious expressions in this nation's history. So I invite you to join me in a church that is going to be holy, charismatic, and apostolic. Will you join me?